They be like, "Yo, Sandy, how you doing?" And I'll be like, I'm good, man. Just taking it one day at a time, staying busy. Everything's great on this side, actually. What about you? How you doing? And then in reality, it'd be like, "Yo, Sandy, how you doing?" And then that's when it's like, I got a lot of things on my mind, man. I uh I worry too much. I I overthink way too much, man. I honestly I don't know how I'm going to even get through it. I know that I can. It's just I don't even know how. Have you ever told someone, "I'm fine, I'm good," but you really weren't? Maybe that's how you began wearing that mask. And I think most of us have. And I feel like that's when the mask begins. First off, I want to tell everybody thanks for joining in. I will be responding to all the comments. This is something I've been wanting to do for a while. Those that know, I was doing Brutally Honest. Why am I even calling myself Sandy in the first place? Because that's exactly what this show is about. Removing the mask. The main mission of this episode is to build trust. And in the fastest way to get what you want, the fastest way to receive what you want in life in general, you guys can apply this to everything, is by giving it first. With that being said, I will be vulnerable. I will be myself. I will keep it brutally honest. I will be raw. I will continue to refer to myself as Sandy as much as I hate that name, but that's the purpose of the show. It's really all about mental health. This is just episode one. I want to thank you guys for joining in. I also want to thank you guys that will be watching for this later. You guys can comment. I will read every single comment and I will respond to every thought provoking one. I promise you that. I will be live here at 7 p.m. every Thursday for this show specifically. The man behind the mask. This is not a show where I bash people. This is not a show where I trying to belittle anybody. Streaming. This is not a show where I'm going to be on some rah rah or trying to. I don't know all the answers. Let's just start off like that. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. But this is a conversation that needs to be had. You feel me? Men's mental health. With that being said, this is not a boys' club, ladies. This is also for the men in y'all lives as well. Y'all brothers, y'all uncles, y'all fathers, y'all sons, y'all male friends, y'all partners. Women are also welcome here. This is not just my show. Nah. This is our show. And we're going to talk about success. We're going to talk about what it takes to be strong, not just physically strong, mentally strong as well. We're going to be talking about providing as a man, not just the physical aspects of things, not just the materialistic things as well. Also, men making ourselves more emotionally available as well. This isn't a podcast where I have it all figured out. Like I said, we're all learning, we're all growing, and this is a conversation that needs to be had, especially when it comes to men's mental health. And y'all know why. I mean, let's talk about why the show even exists in the first place. Every man wears a mask. If you guys agree with it, let me know. If you guys disagree with it, that's fine too. Let's all find an even a median, ground here where we don't, just because we disagree with each other doesn't mean we're arguing. We're just trying to figure out on how to communicate. You feel me? So like, the man behind the mask, episode 1. This is just the introduction. A raw and unfiltered conversation about life, purpose, and the truth we often hide behind our mask. Who are we when no one is watching? Just want to ask you guys a quick question before we get started. Have you ever told someone you was fine when you wasn't? I'm not gonna hit you guys with nothing so heavy yet, nothing so serious yet. That's coming. That's definitely on its way. But let's slow down a bit. This is just an introduction. I'm gonna tell you guys probably nothing about myself. I'm joking. I mean, just a little bit. It's just a tad bit. But we're gonna be having conversations here. Um, if you guys want to be a guest, you guys let me know. I guys could send you guys a link and we could talk about this. But this has to be something that has to be set prior. I need everybody to be ready. I take this as, I have to take this as a job. I have to take this serious because this is serious for me. You know, Talking about a man's mental health, especially when as a man we grew up that men don't cry, men don't complain, men just do, men just fix. And while that most of that is true, we've limited ourselves on actually having the conversations, even when our best friends, like, yo, I got a lot of stuff on my mind right now. Like, I need someone to talk to. I need someone to vent to, you know? Um, a lot of men are taught to hide their own emotions. We are often expected to have all the answers. We are expected to be strong, and we are expected to just keep it moving, bro. Just like sigue pa'lante, sigue pa'lante. Now, there's a difference between strength and silence, because as men, we hold everything inside. As men, we carry a burden on our shoulder. As men, we have a weight of the world on us. And a lot of times as men, we don't even have a safe place. Like when it comes to relationships, and one of a few of the main things that we need from our woman, from our partner, is number one, loyalty, respect, communication, and understanding. I've been there's been times in my life where I will get off of work and I will pull up to the crib, right? And I will park up, and I'm just there in the parking lot in my car, just dreading to come inside the house because I know what I'm walking into. I already had a long day. Now it's about to be a long night, and not in the good way. This show is about opening up, about being vulnerable, and another key word is about being transparent. This show is about creating a safe place where we can be ourselves, where we can express ourselves, where we can talk about things that we have on our minds. Strength isn't pretending like you're not hurt. Strength isn't pretending like you never heard it before. The strength is actually having the courage to admit it in the first place. This is my first time using this. I tried to go live before. Let me see. I'm out here talking to myself. Let's see if it even pops up. Hello, anybody there? So right now I'm live on Facebook right now, and I'm also live on YouTube as well. Yes, the YouTube is still called Brutally Honest, Unfiltered. That's my YouTube. I'm gonna continue running with it. But I wanted to create something completely different. I wanted to create something completely new. I wanted to create something that my younger self can be proud of. You know, a lot of times we go through our lives, men and women, right? Where we're in our place in our lives where we're feeling down. We have a lot of self doubt. We have little to no self love, self worth, lost in what our purpose and what this, life, and what we call this journey to be. And one of the things that can help us, as I'm still, this is self notes, guys. I'm always going to be talking to myself first, right? I'm just trying to make it relatable and general so we can all, see the picture that I'm painting. We should all try to take ourselves to a time where we was more innocent, a time where we was a little bit less insecure, a time where we just lived our life having fun, being happy. And for most of us, not all, that's when we was younger, when we was kids. Notice how I said most, not all. Um, but as we keep on growing up, the more we keep on learning, the more mistakes we make. And I feel like that's what led to a lot of self doubts within us. You know, there was a point, there was various points in my life where I kept on asking myself, am I doing enough? I kept on asking myself, I need to be doing more. I kept on going to sleep with this emptiness inside. Like, what am I doing with my life? This emptiness inside of maybe I played a little bit too much PlayStation today. Maybe I wasn't as productive as I should have been. Maybe I was just too focused in the moment. Maybe I was just too focused in today instead of focusing on what tomorrow may bring. You know, a lot of times we could look busy, but that's because we're trying to keep our mind distracted to for what's really going on in our lives. At the end of this show, if you guys can leave with something, then I'm gonna feel like I did my job. At the end of the show, if you guys can leave with, you know what, I feel comfortable enough actually commenting. I feel like I did enough. Um, Maybe your struggles isn't exactly mine. Maybe it's your marriage. Maybe it's your kids. Maybe it's finances, grief, identity. Maybe it's the struggle of trying to be the man that you want to become. And that's why the show exists. We're going to talk about fatherhood. We're going to talk about what it is to be a father, what it is to have that work-life balance in the show. We're going to talk about why do men continue to struggle in communicating how they feel. That's the mental health aspect of it. Episode 2 is going to be about the weight that men carry in silence. Episode 3 is going to be about fatherhood. Episode 4 is going to be addiction. episode 5, and I said enough already. We're gonna talk about the fear of over thinking. We're gonna talk about purpose and creativity. The title for episode 2 is gonna be the prison in our minds, so you guys can keep that in mind. I don't want this to just be my show. I want this to become a conversation. And if you're watching, I want you to think about this. What is something that men struggle with that we do not talk about enough? What is something you wish someone would have told you when you was younger? I had asked the question on Facebook and I was like, when did you realize you had a mask on and what helped you or what healed you from taking it off? I'm going to be answering that question too. Every man has a story, every true story has a truth, and every truth begins when we take off the mask. So, what helped me take off the mask? When did I realize I even had a mask? Let's start with that one first. I realized I had a mask when I noticed that I cared way too much about what people think. I realized I had a mask when I realized I valued other people's opinion more than my own. I realized I had a mask when I allowed other people to put a price tag on my own self-worth. What's good, AJ? I appreciate that. I started with saying I ain't no preacher, I ain't no therapist, I ain't no life coach. I ain't out here acting like I got all the answers. I'm still learning, I'm still growing. This show exists because this is a conversation that we all need to have as men talking about mental health. I appreciate you, bro, for real, for real. I realized I had a mask when I didn't feel like myself. What helped me take that mask off? You guys are gonna laugh. When I realized that nobody cares. Nobody cares. Yes, I'm even talking about your loved ones. Nobody cares. The movie or Bronx Tales. Nobody cares, man. Nobody cares. What do I mean by that? Because I did mention even your loved ones, right? This is what I mean by that. Just take it easy, guys. Don't take the like off. Just take it easy. Like, comment, unsubscribe, right? What I mean by that is this. People that actually love you, they only care about you, not about what you have. Barely about what you even did. It's about you. How are you really doing? How's your mental health? Are you okay? That's what they care about. Oh, I got a nice watch. What's that? What's going on here? All right. Oh, I got a nice watch. Oh, you like it? It's cool, right? Yeah, yes, yeah. Nice watch, man. Like, yeah, blinking. Yeah, cool, bro. Yeah, I just bought a house. Oh, great. Congratulations, man. Oh, you like my new car? Yeah. Nobody cares, bro. They don't care about that. Are you good? Are you happy? Do you need anything? Is there something that I can help you with? That's what they really care about. That's what they really care about. Now, when it comes to the people that don't even like you, when it comes to the people that act like they care, it's tough when you put your trust into somebody and then they betray it, because we start thinking like, why did I open up myself? Why did I even trust this person? Damn, maybe I shouldn't trust nobody at all. That's us putting the mask on again, right? So what helped me notice what I had a mask is realizing that I valued other people more than I had my own self-worth. What helped me take it off was when I realized nobody cares that much. Nobody cares. And when it comes to the hating, yo, first they gonna love you, then they gonna hate you, then they gonna love you again. When it comes to the haters, always talking about you, the gossipers always has something to say. Realize this. The main reason why they're so focused on you is because if they focus on themselves, then they have to be faced with that person they see in the mirror. The main reason why they focus about you and they think you're not enough is because that's a projection of their own self, lack of self-worth. The main reason why they focus about you is because their own reflection scares them. This was The Man Behind the Mask. Episode 1, just the introduction. I appreciate you guys if you like, comment, subscribe, share. Y'all do whatever y'all want. Y'all already know. Love you guys and thanks again. I'll see you guys next week. Next week, always gonna be good. Always gonna be good. Appreciate you, bro.